It rained last night and this morning. It's just after 5 o'clock now in the afternoon. Yeah, there's a little chill in the air.
Melinda was mine till the time that I found her holding Jim, loving him. Then you came along, loved me strong, that's what I thought, me and you. But that died too. Don't know that I will, but until I can find me a girl who'll stay and won't play games behind me, I'll be what I am, a solitary man, a solitary man. I've had it to here, being where love's a small word, part-time thing, some paper ring. And I know it's been done, having just one girl who loves you, right or wrong, weak or strong. Don't know that I will, but until I can find me a girl who'll stay and won't play games behind me, I'll be what I am, a solitary man, a solitary man. Until I can find me a girl who'll stay and won't play games behind me, I'll be what I am, a solitary man, a solitary man, a solitary man, solitary man.
Oh. Whew. Feeling a little bit weak today. Should be pulling down 95, 100. Still have the strength today. Still getting a pump though.
If you're traveling to the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, remember me to one who lives there, for she once was a true love of mine.
See for me that her hair's hanging down.
Oh.
It curls and falls all down her breast. See for me that her hair's hanging down. That's the way I remember her best.
Did I have breakfast?
If you go when the snowflakes fall, when the rivers freeze and summer ends, please see for me if she's wearing a coat so warm to keep her from the howling wind.
If you're traveling in the North Country Fair,
where the winds hit heavy
on the borderline, please say hello to one who lives there. For she was once a true love of mine. If you're traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline, a true love of mine.
trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made up of this brotherhood of man, for whatever that means. Into a crisis times when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head, and I am feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination.
I feel like I got rid of what energy I had in me. I should have a pretty good sleep tonight. Just know this. If I could do it, you could do it. Get out there. Challenge yourself. Whatever it might be. Exercise in one form or another. And if you're older, definitely weights. Because as you get older, you lose muscle mass. Cardiovascular exercise. Your heart's a muscle. You need to exercise it. You want your circulatory system to work properly, or I should say your cardiovascular system. Eliminate sugar or keep it very minimal. And that includes carbs. And what else is there? Oh, you got to keep your stress level down. Don't let the little things bother you. And the big things, fix them, work on them, solve the problem. I know some things can be really challenging and some things seem hopeless, but in my life, when I felt completely helpless and hopeless, things weren't. They ended up turning around, but it was because I didn't give up. And I pressed on, and everybody else gave up. I had no help. Nobody was around. I had challenges with my son, with my family. Even when it seemed like it was futile and there was nothing I can do, I still never gave up. If I would have gave up, it would have ended badly for both of us, because I was all in, even though the situation was dangerous and stressful. And I'm not a religious person, but I just persevered, and things did turn around. Even right at the point where I thought it was just hopeless. And I thought, well, this is just the way it's going to be, and then things dramatically improved. But I put myself in that position. It was empowering. I also healed my body when my body was sick, despite what the doctor said. In fact, I went against what the doctor said. And so I took charge of my life. And I'm a different person now. I'm not that person I was, I don't know, 11, 12 years ago, where I felt almost like I was kind of a victim of my circumstances. Well, in a sense I was, but I mean, I felt it, and that's how I lived it. And I know now that that's not the case, that we are in charge of our lives. And even though it's not easy, it's a lot easier to take charge of your life and take control of everything than it is to let things control you. If you let things control you, it will never end well. There's no savior. You're your own savior. That's what I learned. And like I said, I'm a different person. I'm much stronger internally. I'm in control of my emotions. I'm in control of my health. I'm in control of my destiny. I mean, you know, there's always going to be challenges, but never give up. Never give up. If you give up, you lose. If you don't give up, you'll eventually win. But you've got to try hard, and you've got to become an independent thinker. Knowledge is power. Empower yourself. The internet, I attribute the internet for a big portion of my success because of the wealth of information that was at my disposal that wouldn't have been there 20 years ago, or wasn't there 20 years ago. So I could tell more about my journey, but maybe later. But I've had a lot of challenges in my life. Not as much as some, but more than others. And instead of running for help or giving up or throwing in the towel or abandoning my family, I persevered. What are we without character? I am a character, but that's another story. So now, if someone does come along and I want them to be a part of my life, you know, another woman in the future, she's going to have to be something pretty special. I will not accept your common westernized American woman. They just don't measure up. Not to me. I mean, I know that's going to put off some people, but the average American woman is just, at least in my experience, is full of self-indulgence, shallow. That's just been my experience. I mean, is it a coincidence, or I don't think so. I've had a number of girlfriends. There was probably a couple that were pretty good at, but I wasn't drawn to them enough. But they probably would have been our good partners. It's hard to find the right formula. And I see a lot of people that are together that they don't really love each other. It's more of a convenience or a dependency, or they invest so much time and money together, and, you know, and they're in the home and all these other things, that a life apart is just too much of a hassle. You know, the drama and the trauma of the family breakup, and the reestablishing yourself and all that kind of stuff. People get older and they just give up. And then they live with each other and they really can't stand each other. I see that so much. I don't have all the answers, but I do know what I don't want. And I don't want what I've had so far. Maybe I just don't want it at all. And I'm pretty content. I look at what I have that's good, and I appreciate that. Because what I have now, or the position that I'm in now, or the place that I'm at now, physically and emotionally, versus where I was 12 or 15 years ago, is night and day different and better. And like I said, it was a lot of hard work. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad it happened, even though going through it was just a nightmare. I'm glad it happened. It made me a better human being. I'm the best version of myself in my entire life. I'm the best version of myself. And I'm at peace with myself. Sometimes. I'll see you later. Until next time. Bye.